You know, there's a great number of people who have been in the field of what could be called fundraising for a number of years, who are increasingly embracing the idea that we probably shouldn't even really use that term anymore, because it's so focused on the getting of financial resources. And really that term fundraising almost fights against what we really want to communicate with the Lausanne movement and with the Ministry Fundraising Network. What we want to communicate is this idea that fundraising is highly relational, that it is a form of ministry.
Frankly, I think that's a misnomer. See, because we actually don't raise money. In fact, I never ask people for money. I don't believe in asking people for money. I believe in creating visions. So I call it more of a vision casting. It's a vision casting exercise. So money is a kind of an offshoot from getting people to understand the vision and I never ask people for money. I only ask people for a commitment to a vision.
Ministry fundraising is a ministry that helps every Christian ministry to be able to know how to improve or develop fundraising skills and to be able to cultivate the stewardship that is needed to use those funds properly and be accountable not only to their ministry but to the Almighty God for every bit of funding that is coming into their hands.
So the focus is to help equip fundraisers. They can call themselves whatever they like. I think fundraising is actually the problem with the term, because it makes you feel like you're twisting someone's arm or tricking them into giving you money, whereas in reality, it's a discipleship process of what God expects of us with our money.
We find that there is a gap in the knowledge of what is required for fundraising. And there is a gap in their knowledge of what the Bible teaches about fundraising. There is a gap in the knowledge of how best to achieve the best practice, for example, in fundraising. In Africa, this is true, and we find globally that this is necessary.
For many of the first years that I was involved in fundraising, I was transactional. I was thinking about how do we get our message out? How do we, earn more gifts in the marketplace or something like that? And now I'm at a very different place where I see it as a relational thing, where I, as a fundraiser, for lack of a better term, really get involved in people's lives down at a heart level and help them to discover what the scriptures say about a very, very important topic in terms of wealth and generosity. Jesus talked about this a lot.